Walk and talk 17. What's the plan? Got this little friend. Look, stay. Sit, stay, Bruce. You stay. You stay. So cute, isn't he? Off the path, buddy. Off the path you go. Coming in. Walk and talk 17. What's the plan? Well, the plan of the sorcerers. We know from Albert Pike's letter to SINE that these are plans and not prophecies. And they said the Third World War will be between Zionism and Islam, the Muslims, and they will break them both so badly that people will jump on the new religion, which is the New Age religion. Eat your bugs and say move backwards. So they're pushing it, the Zionism. So we've already got sides. You can see the sides now. You've got all the sides coming out. All the people that claim to be patriots in the UK, for example. You know, people like the fake agent Tommy Robinson. He's a fake agent. He's a fake agent. He works. He's a slave to the system, and he's helping push people to build up a side. And that side he's building up is the side of Zionism. And then they've flooded all the countries with people from the Middle East. I mean, the wars in the Middle East work perfectly for the sorcerers, really, and their plan. Don't you think? Not only did it annihilate all of the strongest, more of the strongest male genes of the UK and America, but it broke them mentally as well. Stirred up a hornet's nest, and managed to force massive immigration from the Middle East into America and Europe. And we've seen how that's functioned over the last 20 years. Still people out there that believe it was all by accident. It wasn't planned. But yeah, this you see, you shouldn't pick a side. You shouldn't be, oh, I'm on this side, or I'm left, or I'm right, or I'm with the Zionists, I'm against the Zionists, I'm with Israel, I'm with Palestine. It's just, this is what they're going to use. This is the plan. This is what they're using to divide people and cause absolute chaotic mayhem in Europe and the United States. Now, when it comes to, we've got the selection of the United States coming up shortly, and whether you get Trump depends. Well, the only thing that's going to count, is how America wants to go down. Does it want firing squad or hanging? If you get Trump, you're going to go down firing squad, and if you get Kamala, you're going to get hung. America's going to get hung with Kamala and firing squad, death by firing squad with Trump. So they've already manoeuvred in some of their bills. I think I've seen recently that they can use, in emergencies, they can use the military against its own people. So that's going to be interesting. It's all very interesting to watch from looking in. It's interesting to watch. I find this time in history incredibly amazing, because what you're watching is how these people do it. And if you've been aware for a while, you really can see how they've been navigating their plans and carrying them out. And it's clever to an extent, but it's not that clever. They used a lot of idiots. They're bringing down, they've been bringing down people's respect of their own nations by first of all, they made all of the celebrities and personalities, like for children to watch. Yeah, like Jimmy Savile and who's the other one? Rolf Harris and all the others. Philip Schofield have all been in children programs in the 90s and 80s, and so children were actually watching paedophiles, and they did that on purpose, right? They did it on purpose. So at this time, and you got now in America coming out with a P Diddy there. So at this time, or the diddler, at this time you've got these they're pulling them all out now and saying, oh look, Diddy was a diddler, and all the other paedophiles have from the business, from the media industry. It's coming out because they want to stamp on the British people and the American people. They want to, what's the word I'm looking for? They want to lower the morale of the people of America and Europe. And that's how they do it. That's why the royal family, with your Prince Andrew and stuff coming out, with the Epstein stuff, it's all there to degenerate the people's faith in their countries. Not only that, but it gives ammunition to those masses that aren't in the West, who are looking for an excuse as to why they should dismantle the West. They gave you Biden for the same reason. So I can really see the Zionist versus Muslim thing really going off. As the chaos unfolds, how else are they going to, what other games will they play? What other cards will they pull? And I would say one card will be another virus, another pandemic, probably more real than the last one. The last one was just a survey, really, the COVID. They're talking about cyber attacks as well. Now, this is an interesting one, because they rely on technology for everything. They need to rely on technology for everything. So as the world starts to fall apart, as civil wars start to kick off, as people start to get slaughtered, as the supply chain breaks down and people start to go hungry, I doubt that they're going to turn off the internet for a very long period of time, because you've got to think that they are reliant on the internet for the future. They want to use the internet and technology to show people that we can make a better world look if we all just give our souls to the AI system. So they're reliant on the technology, and they're reliant on the internet. So if they shut it off for lengthy periods of time, say like a few months, and then people are going to lose faith in the technology and in the internet. And not only that, people will probably, like they always do, it will push people to find other avenues of entertainment, and it will probably make people's minds feel better. People will feel better about themselves. They won't feel so depressed. So they've made this hold using the technology and the internet and these devices that we've all got, and they want to record. They want to use all of our devices because we're all being recorded, right? So they want to record. They want to record the falling of the empires as it happens. They want to get everything on record. So they're not going to shut down the internet for a very long period of time. What I imagine they might do, and the only reason I'm talking like this is because I always look at it how they're doing things. I always look at it how I would do it myself, and then you get a good, clearer idea of how they're going to play this game. So yeah, during the chaos, I mean, a third world war is imminent. They need this third world war in order to make change, but I don't think they're going to shut down the internet. And I don't think I think they're only going to shut down the communications and internet and maybe power to specific locations that they're targeting, that they don't want any information coming out of or going into. So there'll be cyber attacks and power outages, but they'll be done in certain secluded areas. So only certain areas that are going through, like for example the Helene that smashed North Carolina. If it's an area, it'll be an area like that, and they'll shut the power down, or they'll shut off the internet so that people can't communicate in or out of the locations. So when they when they start setting the military onto the people in the States, they're going to, those areas that they're going to hit first, they will undoubtedly unplug them from electricity and the internet, so that they can't, so that they have no comms. Basically, no one can see what's going on in there, and no one can get out. That would be the method to use. But as for like shutting down the internet and rebooting it entirely, I think that would be very problematic for them, because they need to record what's going on. They need to have eyes on every single person, and if they shut off the internet for too long a time, people are just going to go back to, and very quickly you'll find people will go back to their normal, a better life. If they shut the internet down for like 6 months, for example, people will just start painting again, probably making music, going out and spending time outdoors more, etc. Another big thing that we know they're going to do is with the food. That's a big one. They're going to cut the food supply, and that's going to be horrendous in the United States, because people in the United States have been so used to having the super size me, and they're going to take all of that away. And then at that point, that really doesn't matter how many guns you've got, whether you've got guns or not. You're going to be incapable of doing anything if you don't have a food supply. This is just a few thoughts on what we're to look forward to, and how they're going to play the game. They're definitely pulling the Zionism they're making that divide massive now, the Zionism against Islam, and they're going to smash both of them. So like I say, it doesn't, if you're choosing a side now, if you're picking a side, it doesn't matter what side you choose, they're both destined to be smashed to pieces until there's no remnant, not even a remnant of them left. They're not going to keep Zionism. They've got a whole new religion to bring in. It doesn't involve the stellar, lunar or solar. And that's what they're planning to do. So remember, don't pick a side. Don't pick a side. Of course, they're rolling out the natural disasters as normal, and they'll continue doing that. There'll be more earthquakes and stuff like that, floodings, and all the areas that these occur have been pre-planned. Come on in, bro. Not so far now. Come on. I don't know what else to say about the matter. About their plans. But it is interesting. It is interesting to think, you know, when they shut down, are they going to shut down the internet? And I don't think they will, because they need it. They need it. It's a very valuable part of their play. It's a very valuable weapon in their armory, and they're not going to just close that weapon down. They need it. They rely on it. And their survey, they won't get a survey of this collapse, and it's a big one. They won't get a survey, the best survey they can get out of it, if they keep if they turn off the internet. Now what they very well might do is they will start, I mean they have already, but they will continue to limit the internet, and eventually I imagine they will just have certain apps. You'll have like maybe a max of like 30 applications. The cyber attacks that they use, again, will be pressed and forced in order to bring in their plan. So there'll be a cyber attack, and people will be like, well, we can't do this again. And then we need your biometric data for you to get on the internet and stuff like that. That will come in the future, of course. And once it does, I'll be gone. You can see at the bottom of my videos, I collect certain cryptocurrencies. I won't be doing that for... I won't care about that if I need my biometric data to log on to any system. But the system is changing, and whether you like it or not, you can hold on to money all you like. It's not really about money. A fish in that river is worth more to me than anything else. But they're going to be going into a digital system, and if you can make use of their system, i.e. by making a little bit of money on using crypto and using it, and then hopefully getting the money out and putting it into a physical asset like real estate or land, then why not? Why not? You can't stop the digital system from coming. It's coming. What you can do is try and make use of their tools until you don't want to make use of them anymore. We're still in the early stages of the crypto markets being popular, and so there's a lot of growth that's going to be going on there, and there'll be a lot of opportunities for people to get in and get out. As far as technology goes for me, the only reason I have this device that I make these videos on, this is the only device I have. It was brought for me as a gift, and so I said I would make good use of it and That's what the SINE project, this device just solely exists for SINE project. And for you, I went 6 months without a cell phone, and I'll be honest with you, it was the most liberating 6 months of my life. But yeah, amazing. They'd already planned, like going back, they'd already planned to put those paedophiles into children's TV programs, so that children were growing up watching paedophiles on the screen. Here, you see how hideous they are with their tactics, and they knew all so well that 20 years down the line they can bring it all out on these pedos, and it'll work to demoralise the nations. We'll talk in the future about some ideas for solutions. But the best solution, really, I tell you what, if you wanted to put a spanner in the works of the sorcerer's plans, all you'd need to do is get a massive number of people around the world, a good few millions. I mean, if people are really interested in putting a spanner in the works of the sorcerers, if people are really interested about doing something, if people are really interested in stopping the weakness from flourishing, or at least giving them a hard time, then all people would have to do, welcome to the con, this is the con, and all people need to do is just turn your smartphone off. Everybody turn your smartphone off let's do it every year. Let's have like a no smart month, and everybody just turns off their phones, their smartphones and their technology for a month. Oh wow, you have absolutely no idea how bad that will spin the sorcerers on their heads. I'm telling you, that would slow down their plan almightily. It's just a matter of if there's enough people out there who really care that are willing to do that, to take that step. And you know the saddest thing is, even for all the people that know what's going on, there's still a massive chunk of those people who wouldn't dare turn their cell phone off for a day, let alone 2 weeks. And that's where we are, folks. They give it to us, we accept it, we use it, and they abuse it. I think that'll be all for this video. It's a hot day today. Be blessed. Be kind. Bruce is hot, aren't you, boy? You're a hot boy.